You asked for it. Here it is. It's a podcast from Apathetic Enthusiasm.
In this episode, Brandon and I talk about my trip to New York and whatever he thought about this week. I don't know. I guess we'll find out on Apathetic Enthusiasm. Hi, Brandon. How you doing?
Hey, Travis. I'm doing pretty good. It's Newsy Cap Day. It's Newsy Cap week
right.
on
That's right.
Apathetic Enthusiasm.
You're gonna be selling the papes. 5 cents for a pape. You gotta make up
paper.
You gotta make up the headlines to move them papes.
Read all about it. Gangsta gets shot in the Midwest.
You got a limp? You're partnering with me, kid. We're gonna sell all these papes.
Gee, mister, you really think we can make a difference?
Santa Fe. Actually, this is a fitting opening to the conversation that we'll have later.
Shit.
But sorry for the terrible singing so early into the podcast, everybody. My name's Travis. That's Brandon.
I'm Brandon.
Yes.
That's
welcome
true.
to
That's true.
Apathetic
And
Enthusiasm. Yeah, it's a podcast. No one
yeah,
can argue that. It is.
We
certainly
started
a
this
podcast.
oddly. We started this episode oddly. It really threw off the flow of everything. Us hopping straight into newsy improv.
Newsy bits.
Unavoidable.
If they're gonna raise the cost of papers, these newsies are gonna strike. I tell you.
When you're a newsie, you're a news.
Have you seen the musical Newsies in any
No.
iteration whatsoever?
No. I just know it's about
terrible.
newsies.
It's terrible. All right. Well, if you're new here, welcome to the show. Many ways that you can keep up with the show. On Facebook, facebook.com/Apathetic Enthusiasm Show. You can send us emails, apatheticenthusiasmshow@gmail.com. Go to Instagram, apathetic_enthusiasm. Or on the web, apatheticenthusiasm.com. You can find video versions of this and all of our podcasts over at youtube.com/apatheticenthusiasm. And then a big thanks to the patrons at patreon.com/apatheticenthusiasm for your continued support of all of our podcasting endeavors. That is the most scripted part of the whole show. In fact, it's probably the most planned part of the whole show. I love that we do a cold open during the intro music. And especially in weeks like this when I'm not exactly sure what we're going to talk about, but I literally start the show with in this episode, and I don't know. Like, I very often have no idea what we're going to talk about. So it's just a really educated guess almost every time.
Yeah. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't even know what you say during those intros.
Yeah, you're not
mostly.
listening. You're just waiting to manually fade out the music is all you're doing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I found right now, just a couple seconds ago, is like I ate some popcorn this last weekend, and I think I cut in between my gums of one of my teeth, two of my teeth. It's like in the middle
with like a kernel.
Yeah, like
Popcorn
yeah.
kernel?
And like I put some pressure on my gum line with my tongue right now, and I was like, ow. Da, 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 da. I'm like, is my tooth loose? So now I'm like, is there something going on there?
So now you're gonna hyperfixate on that spot in your gums for the next 53 minutes while we record the rest of this episode.
Yeah. And if it starts bleeding, I'll let you know.
Yeah, video viewers can check it out on youtube.com/apathetic
3D.
Yeah. Was it microwave?
Glenn?
Was it microwave popcorn?
No, Dexter got this popcorn maker for Christmas, which is it's not an air pop, right? It uses oil, but there's like a little bar which is like spins in a circle, and you put the kernels on there, oil on there. Woo! Nice pop every time.
Good.
And there's also like a lid on it, and like you could put oil. Or no, not oil, butter on top, and so as the popcorn's popping, the butter's melting, and it's just dripping, dropping right on top.
It reminds me of those popcorn machines that we had in like the 80s, where it looked like a droid, like it. I don't know if you had one of these. It was like cylindrical on the bottom, and then it had like a nozzle
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the top, and you would put the bowl next to it, and you put the kernels in the bottom. It would heat up, and then they would like start to come up through the transparent plastic, and then start to overfill and fill into the bowl. But there was like a tray at the top where you could put butter, and as it heated up, the butter would drip down into it, and ideally, like layer the butter throughout your popcorn. And that's how we all grew up consuming microplastics. So
That's right.
that
That's right.
that and every other cooking method known to man. But yeah,
Yeah, that's why I buy strictly plastic spatulas because like a plastic
that's how
spatula
I was raised.
on cast iron is the ideal way to get those microplastics, your daily dose.
I
of
like to use
microplastics.
plastic cutting boards. That's how I distribute the microplastics.
Yep. Yep,
Anyway,
no, for sure.
enough about that. How's your tooth doing?
Tooth's doing good. It's weird. Like sometimes, sometimes I'll suck in on it and like, okay, it feels okay. Then I push on it again. Oh no, it's not. So it just depends. I might get a flosser in the middle of this. Also, I have this like X-Acto knife. I could like just like start digging in there.
Please do not use the X-Acto knife that you've probably used for hobby projects on your desk.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the handful of things that I wrote down. Starting off with a family trip that I just took. I think we may have like hinted at this or talked about the fact that I was going on this trip in our last episode. But my family and I, we took a trip to New York City.
New York City.
We wanted that.
Get a rope.
We don't want that paste pecani sauce. We want real salsa from New York City. Yeah, my daughter. So all right, I want to preface this, and I may have said this before. This was my daughter's Make-A-Wish trip. Okay. And I told numerous people leading up to this trip that we were going on my daughter's Make-A-Wish trip. And it became very evident to me that people think Make-A-Wish trips are only for children that are dying.
Yeah.
And so every time I would say that, they're like, "Oh, is everything okay? You can't just say that in a meeting." And the reality is, if you have any kind of like potentially terminal illness, right? Because I mean, leukemia is it could kill you, like reality.
Yeah.
It's not a curable disease. But yeah, they are eligible for Make-A-Wish trip. So we were deciding and debating about this for like close to a year, like on what she really wanted to do, and she came up with some ideas. But she landed on a trip to New York City. She wanted to see one of her favorite musicals because, unlike you, she loves musical theater. And and so one of her favorite actors is in a limited run in one of her favorite musicals as the main character. And so we went to New York City for I kind of want to say 4 days, right? We flew out on a Monday, came back on a Thursday, but they got us like the earliest flight out of Oklahoma so that we could have time like in the afternoon on Monday when we got there. And then flew us like not as late as possible, but late enough in the afternoon so that we had time on Thursday as well. And yeah, it was a really great trip. Have you been to New York City before? Have you?
No. No, I've been to New York State. I've never been to New York City.
Okay.
I wanted to. Chelsea and I want to someday. We want to see even the Niagara Falls at some point in time. But no, never been. I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of New York City, and here's why. All of the horror movies I've ever seen are from like the 70s at like the height of the the grunge and the dinginess of New York City.
Sure.
So I just
Like there's literally
always
movies called Escape from New York. Like that's
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Murders happen. I mean, even look at Taxi Driver. Look how dirty that city is, and it hasn't gotten any better, so far as I can tell. So no, I've never been.
I would argue that's not the case. But yeah, like it's I mean it's gotten better. Like they've cleaned up the city a lot, especially since like that was we took a tour the first full day that we were there. And it was like this trip was very Broadway centric because that's what my daughter's into. So like we made it very very much about that. We wanted to include the whole family and do some other sightseeing and things like that. But like Tuesday morning, we went on a walking tour. It was like an hour long around Times Square and Broadway, and it talked about the history of that area, and then it talked about like how there was a period of time where like you did not want to be in that area very much. Like the city had gotten very dirty, kind of like the timeline when you're describing, where like a lot of crime, a lot of unsavory type entertainment and things like that. And so I would say that throughout my time there,
which is how Broadway got started, was just really dirty, crime-ridden people looking for entertainment.
I mean, not exactly.
I think
not entirely true. Yeah, it was mostly
think about like
it was mostly like vaudeville type like variety shows initially.
No. You gotta go back further, man. You gotta go back further to like the Middle Ages, right?
Like when they
like
stored
all the
horses there.
Mm-hmm. Like all the poor people, the crime people, in order to get their jimmies off, they sang to each other and shit.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that.
Yeah,
part.
it's true. It's true. Look in any factual history book.
Okay. All right. Well,
do you have any history books? Do you have any on your shelf back there?
I do, but they're not factual history books.
Okay, well there you go. There you go.
Mostly they're about
Malcolm...
the history of Disney.
They're like Malcolm Gladwell books.
They have a lot of Disney history books back there. A few too many.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like there was a part of me that was like, all right, I have to be careful. Like my youngest daughter, she got a new purse for Christmas, and it's like a cute little white purse with like a little strap, and she's like, I'm just gonna keep this like tucked in my arm, and like I'm just gonna carry that around. And I'm like, you need to wear like a money belt, or you need to like have some sort of crossbody bag that like anybody could just easily walk up and just take that off your arm. And she's got like Christmas money and like all kinds of like that she wants to be able to spend in the Big Apple. And I'm like, you are going to be robbed and murdered, because I've seen the movies. I've seen the statistics.
I've seen the taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. I've seen so many things. I mean, Training Day takes place in Los Angeles, so
do you remember what happened to Batman's parents? Like, it's not
that's why you guys didn't go see Zorro while you were out there.
We went to New York instead of Gotham for that very reason. And yeah, and so I was nervous about that, but really after about 20 minutes I was like, this is really touristy. Like, I'm with my family, we're all staying together. We're not going anywhere like where there aren't a ton of people. Really, we did a lot of walking in the city, and avoided the subways completely just because my daughter's immune system was still lower. And I always hear the stories of like, oh, someone peeing in the subway, or all sorts of things, right? And so it's like, as if situation had been different, I probably would have utilized the subway just to get from one end of the city to the other a lot faster. But utilizing what we had access to like this tour bus that kind of went around Lower Manhattan in like a loop. We utilized that to kind of branch out from where we were, and then the occasional Uber when necessary if we needed to get across town relatively quickly. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think the general consensus for the whole family was that it was a great trip. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Vacations are always more enjoyable when someone else is paying for them. So we had that going for us. But yeah, like we saw 2 shows. It was funny. The first show that we went to was just a show that I ended up paying for because we had like a free night. We didn't exactly know what else we wanted to do, and Allie was like, "Let's go see a different show other than the one we're gonna go see on Wednesday." And so we saw a show called Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. The entire cast is 2 people. It was a hilarious show. We really enjoyed it. But we sat like in the very back of the theater, and because I was paying for the tickets, so I was like, nope, I'm not. Yeah. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. It was very funny, and but it was, yeah. So I'm sitting there next to my 14-year-old, and I was just thinking about. She's like, "Wow, this is my first time going to a Broadway show." Like, and I was like, "Interesting fun fact. I am considerably older than you. This is also my first time going to a Broadway show. Congrats on having better life experiences than me early on in life."
Yeah,
yeah.
isn't that something? Isn't that something though? Think about like our childhood, and like the furthest I went out of California was New Mexico,
Mhm.
to Colorado, then New Mexico. It's in the same area. The furthest north I went was Monterey one time, and then now I'm an adult and we're like, oh, let's go back to Hawaii for a vacation. Let's go do these things. Oh, we lived in Florida. I went to Korea, and like seeing all these concerts and like just so many more life experiences than that Dexter has so much earlier on
Yeah.
than I did. Um, like going like he's eating sushi, like you little bastard, you don't even know how rare
Let me
an
cut up some
occasion this
hot
was.
dogs and your mac and cheese like a real
Oh
meal.
my god. And then Chelsea introduced me to like the broccoli also in the mac and cheese, so mac and cheese and hot dogs. Ah, I mean, what kind of life does he have that I didn't have? Come on, mom. What's my broccoli mac and dogs? Anyway.
Broccoli mac and dogs, is that what you call it?
Yeah, broccoli mac and dogs.
Yeah.
I did not have the order of that correctly, but I appreciate. I think that's better. I think that's what I'm going to call it from now on.
That's good. That's good. I think you're coining a new term.
Mhm.
Speaking of food, the food in New York City was pretty fantastic. I got obligatory bagels. I got a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. That was pretty good. I had some really good coffee while I was there. Pizza, delicious pizza. Are you a thin crust type of guy, or do you like a doughier, thicker crust?
I'm not a big thick pizza fan. When I was in Las Vegas, my friend Justin wanted us to. I forget what the name of this pizza place was, but it's like the really deep dish, like pie, pizza pie. Like
Yeah,
he's like,
like
oh,
almost like Chicago style. Like yeah.
yeah, like
Mhm.
it's he's like, ah, it's so good. We should go here. And like I was full. I felt like I was full most of the weekend. I'm like, I don't really want. I'm sure it is delicious, but I don't want to be full of fucking gluten and dough for another like 3 days from this one meal. So he's like, man, I'm never gonna make a suggestion to you again. uh, but we didn't eat it. Needless to say, he did suggest places, and they were good.
Okay.
But yeah, the I'm not a huge bread fan. I think is the thing, right?
Yeah, well, and
Um,
having traveled with you a little bit, going to some conventions, I feel like you don't necessarily eat a lot throughout the day. I feel like I've and maybe that's just the sense of like conventions with you, but like I feel like we ate one meal a day at Comic Con.
yeah,
Like it was
yeah.
like we would go to Comic Con all day. Sometimes we'd grab like a snack or something. And then it'd be like 10 p.m. and we're like, we should probably eat a meal. Let's see what restaurants are still open.
Yeah, I mean, we started eating more because it's a tax write-off.
Sure, I guess.
But yeah, no, I don't. I don't eat. I don't. I tend not to eat lunch when we not this last year, but the year before, because we didn't do the press room. Like maybe like once we did the press room this
Yeah.
year. Like I
Yeah, I
didn't.
think you're right. Yeah. So
Um,
weird. Look at how we've
and
evolved. We lived in that press room the first time we were there.
yeah, partly because we didn't actually plan things. I think those years.
We've gotten better over the years. Yeah.
Um, but usually they have like snacks or something in there. If I eat lunch, I just it ruins me and it makes me sleepy, and then I
Is that
can't
true for
perform.
you like at home, like during the work week and stuff too? Do you skip lunch a lot?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
If I eat lunch during the day, then like okay, well there goes any semblance of productivity. But
Hmm.
I could do a snack, right? And I do a snack because like this last weekend. Um, Saturday went. I cleaned up outside, cleaned the house. Then I went to Justin's house and I helped him and my friend Ed like move a bunch of bricks into like this gigantic trash can. And so it's like it's like a lot of work. I I ate some trail mix before I started. Then after I was done, I got home and I ate a couple of crackers. And then I was good until dinner time.
That's really fascinating. That's because I am a breakfast skipper. I tend not to eat
Mm,
breakfast.
right.
Um, and then so my first meal of the day is usually lunch, but I am ready for it at lunchtime. Like
Yeah.
usually between 11 and 12, I'm like, it is time to eat. And then I just don't stop eating until I fall asleep that night.
I'm a
It's
I'm a
called balance.
balance. I'm a grazer.
Yeah,
They call it. I
yeah.
I I I snack throughout the day. Um, it, so it is sleep partly, but also I'm snacks are easier than like going to the microwave and cooking something up or like let me go prepare this because all of that takes time out of like something I'm already focused on like for context switching. So it's easy to just go to the store periodically, buy a bunch of snacks, put them in a drawer, and then when I have some kind of urge for food, I just go in. All right, here's another bag of almonds. Done and done.
Done and done. Well, okay, so day 2 in in New York.
Yeah.
I get up. Uh, I I've learned over the years that I'm usually the first person awake on vacation in my family, um, and it takes time, especially when there's only one bathroom in like a hotel, for all of the 5 of us to be ready to go
Mm.
to get on with the day's events. That Tuesday we had the tour that I mentioned before, which meant we needed to be in Times Square at like 10:45. Between 10:45 and
Ooh.
11, the the tour was starting at 11. And mind you, it wasn't a big group. It was the 5 of us and a tour guide. It was like a private tour that was set up for us. So you do the reverse math in your head. All right, 10:45. I got to be in Times Square. It takes us about approximately 25 to 30 minutes to walk from our hotel to Times Square, building in a buffer, right? Um, and then like 8 hours for everybody to get ready. so I need to be awake at such and such a time. The reality is, I was like, we want to have bagels. This is an opportunity for us to have New York bagels. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get ready, wake everybody else up. And then while they're doing all their getting readiness, I'll walk to a select bagel shop that we want to check out. Ordered in advance. They were ready when I got there. I just like grabbed them, walked back.
Damn.
But my son, not a big bagel guy, I guess. Doesn't like the bread, I guess. Like maybe he gets that from you.
Good man.
But so I asked I get him something else, something different, and he's like, no, he actually doesn't eat breakfast a lot, which is similar to me. But I was like, you know what, when in Rome, right? I'm gonna get a bagel, right? So get the bagels. It was like 20 degrees outside. So I'm carrying these bagels back like 7 blocks. They're definitely not staying that hot. Some of them were wrapped in like foil. But anyway, we get the bagels. They were good. But then we go off and we're walking a lot. We walk to the tour. We're walking around. Then at like noon, we hop on this tour bus. We take it down to the Soho area. We walk around, see some architecture, go to a coffee shop we want to go to. And at this point, it's like a little after 1 o'clock, and the temperament in the group is starting to dip. Right there are people that are becoming less excited about this experience, and my wife and we realize food is needed. I need to feed my son. We need to feed other, and so I just punch in pizza on Apple Maps, and I say, right around the corner, there's a pizza place. We're in New York City. This one has decent reviews. Let's check it out. It's Prince's Pizza in Soho. We go there.
Okay.
Home of the spicy pepperoni, it says on their box. They have a thin crust margarita pizza, which my daughter absolutely loves. My son and I get these. It's a little bit thicker, like a rectangular cut of pepperoni pizza with lots of the like cupping pepperonis.
Like they have at elementary school.
I don't know what elementary school you went to, but not at mine.
I miss those rectangle cardboard pizzas, man.
No,
those things are so good.
It was a much higher quality pizza than that. Anyway, we eat the pizzas. We eat them outside at a table in front of the restaurant on the street in like 20-degree weather. But they're delicious. It was fun. We hop back on the bus, enjoy the rest of our day. The next day, when we are out in like the West Village, we are trying to find Joe's Pizza. Joe's Pizza is a classic New York staple. It is known. It's one of those it was like featured in the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. It's not Tobey Maguire. What's his name? Is that right?
Yeah, Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's one of the places where like all the celebrities go visit, and they have pictures of everybody all over the wall. It's a thin, New York style pizza. I really enjoyed it. The rest of my family was like, it's okay. Not as good as the pizza we had yesterday that I just randomly Googled. Again, we're in the West Village. We do a couple of other touristy things around there, and then we're like 2 hours from when we need to be back up in Times Square for the matinee show that we are like, literally the whole trip is about going to see Hadestown on Broadway and have Allie get to meet Jack Wolf, right? And so I was utilizing that tour bus thing for us to get around, but I was like, that's not going to be fast enough for us to get back where we need to go. I have to hire an Uber. I've got 5 people in a wheelchair with me. So I'm like, Uber XL, drop a pin. What? You made a face.
Yeah. It sounded like you said, I had 5 people in a wheelchair.
Not in a wheel. Not all 5 of us in it. 5 people. I
had 5 people in this wheelchair.
I was pushing them by myself all over New York City. I will say I definitely got my steps in and some additional like cardio from like pushing around snowy streets for most of the trip. But it was surprisingly manageable to get around the city. I tore that wheelchair up though. I did not return it in the same condition as I received it. But yeah, and so we took an Uber driver, really nice guy. He's like, "Oh, were you just at Apollo's Bagels?" Like when I dropped the pin for the Uber, it said pick up at Apollo Bagels, which is just happened to be the intersection we were standing on. And I was like, "No, should we have?" And he's like, "Those are like the best bagels in the city. Like you were right there. They're fantastic." I was like, "Awesome." Hindsight, I wish. And then when we got home and our algorithms had all been like skewed towards New York City, multiple people in my family were like, "Oh, I just got a targeted video about Apollo's Bagels and they looked amazing. We really should have gone there." I was like, "Well, yeah, had we but known." But on our drive up, he was talking about some other places. Like, yeah, we went to Joe's Pizza. It was pretty good. He's like, yeah, that they used to be really good. But you know what's really good is Prince's Pizza over in Soho. And I was like, shut up. That's where we ate yesterday. So I was able to at least get one of his recommendations in advance of him recommending it. But so that was our little pizza journey in New York City.
Yeah, maybe the Ubers are targeted ads now.
It's possible. You know, I would not put it past them if they have like a list that's like, all right, on your drive, please mention these 3 places to get an additional $10 towards your drive.
You know, that's not a terrible idea if that's not already a thing.
Yeah, no, it's really smart actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do that, Travis.
We should start becoming Uber drivers and recommend
No.
eateries.
We should start a targeted advertisement agency for Uber and Lyft drivers.
Hear me out. We pay Uber drivers to play Apathetic Enthusiasm in their cars while they're driving people around. And then people get exposed to the show. And then they're like, what's this podcast? It's really kind of irritating. And then people like subscribe, profit.
Yeah. Or similar, we reach out to companies and say, "Hey, we're going to partner with you. You pay us, we'll pay Uber drivers, and then we will rack up profit for targeted ads."
All right, we'll talk about it after the show. Yeah. Overall, really great trip. New York's very expensive. It's very cold if you go in the first week of February, and but it's really cool. There's a lot of great things to see. Highly recommend it for folks, and
Okay.
I intend to go back. I will go back. Yeah, you better watch out, New York. I'm gonna go back. I just don't know when, but at some point I will.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I would like to go someday, so I'll keep it on my bucket list.
Yeah, you should. You should go. They have other things other than musicals. They have you could go see other things other than musicals. Let me say one thing.
Name one thing.
Oh. Yeah, I can't think of any. Madison Square Garden has the New York Knicks. I know you're a huge sports fan, so that's an option. Yeah. No, nothing else.
Last night we were recording Our Real Relationships, and we watched this movie called Heart Eyes, and in it Devon Sawa is in the movie, and so I was talking to Chelsea. You know, in Devon Sawa, like teenage girls from that era all love Devon Sawa because of Casper. And I said
my wife's been a big fan for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Chelsea was like, no, I mean, I knew him before from Little Giants. And I was like, I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't really like baseball movies. And it wasn't a joke, Travis. She's like, that's not a baseball movie. Like, oh, right. because the Giants aren't a baseball team. So anyway,
Yeah, no,
yeah, I'm not a sports person.
that's 100% on brand for you. Speaking of being a sports person, we are right in the middle of the 2026 Winter Olympics. How do you feel about the Olympics? Have you watched any of it? A single event?
I watched a little bit as it was going into the Super Bowl, and that was the last I paid attention. Oh, then I saw a little clip of France or somebody cheating at curling.
Canada, our neighbors to the north.
Canada, yeah,
Yeah,
fingering it right at
touching
the
the
end.
stone after releasing the handle. Can't do that.
Yeah, can't do that. Can't double stamp a triple stamp.
Can't triple stamp. Double
Yeah.
stamp.
I saw what's her face. I didn't see it happen,
Lindsey
but I
Vonn.
saw her break her knee. Like she crashed.
So you've
that's
been
about it.
you've been getting updates on your social media feed, and that's about as much Olympic coverage as you can follow.
Those two updates, yeah. And then sometimes when I walk past my what is it, my Alexa show or whatever, it's like, oh, U.S. Upsets Norway in shuffleboard or whatever.
Shuffleboard. Okay, so not a big Olympics watcher. I tend to. I like watching the Olympics. I enjoy the novelty of many of the games, right? Like for me, I'm not gonna sit there on the average, Sunday afternoon and watch downhill mogul.
Curling.
Yeah, curling. Like literally almost any Olympic event, be it summer or winter games. Like if they show like track and field on a random like summer afternoon that's not the Olympics, I'm not stopping to watch generally. But once every 4 years when I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is a sport where they're skiing around a loop and then shooting targets." That's weird. I'm fascinated by it. And so like
Yeah.
I will literally just turn on Olympic coverage for the whole 2 weeks. Like whatever TV is on near me, I'll just turn it on. And then I was sitting on the couch last night and like figure skating had been on for like 30 minutes. And it was NBC's just like prime time coverage. So it wasn't like a singular event. They were kind of bouncing around to a bunch of different things.
It was like the red zone of the Olympics.
It was like the red zone, yeah, of Olympic coverage on Peacock. And like I look up and I think I might have commented something about figure skating. And then Sheena just says, I have zero interest in the Olympics. It all just seems like the same thing over and over again. And yeah, outside of gymnastics, I really don't care about much of any of it.
And it hurt you.
Brandon, my 20th wedding anniversary is in 2 days. And I've been putting on the Olympics the whole time. And I just found this out about her. So I don't know if I've changed, if she's changed. But yeah, and we stopped watching the Olympics after that.
It's like it's like what my dad says about Mexican food, right? It's all tortillas. It's all tortillas and cheese. And it's all variations of tortillas and cheese in some way, shape,
That
or
doesn't
form.
necessarily make it bad.
No, that's right. But it's all tortillas and cheese at the end of the day.
Sure, you're right.
Like you're skiing, you're skiing downhill. Okay, now you're skiing around a circle and you're shooting things. You added something to it,
and now you're cross country skiing uphill, but you're still skiing. Oh, and now you're bobsledding downhill. Okay.
Now you're slaloming down the hill. Oh, now you're going as fast as you can so you can jump down a hill. It's like adding like uh olives sometimes. Maybe add a bit of cilantro. I love
What
Mexican,
if we
so
deep fry this tortilla with cheese instead of just baking it? Yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you. I think in terms of Olympics, I prefer summer to winter games. I think there is a little bit more variety. But all that said, the Olympics are on. I'm
yeah.
watching them. I'm just watching them alone now.
Yeah, I'm not watching them. Actually, Columbo's on right now.
Oh,
Because over on Amazon Prime, they have a
trying to cross my eye like Columbo.
they have a 24/7 Columbo channel, and it just plays Columbo nonstop on this channel on Amazon Prime. And I wake up, I'm like, oh yeah, there's this episode. Fall asleep. Oh, wake up to an episode I've never seen, like a modern. Okay, cool. Put that on. Um, Nice background noise. Background noise. One more thing. Speaking of marathons, Friday the 13th was this last week.
It was. It
Uh,
was.
so I did my uh Friday the 13th Friday the 13th marathon. Got through all of them. Jason Goes to Hell I finished that after midnight, so I started it before midnight, ended after midnight, so I still kind of count it.
Yeah.
What's kind of cool, 3035 is the next time this happens. I think 3035 somewhere in there, 2035. Yeah, not 30.
I was gonna say like
2030.
1,000 years from now. What's happening?
Oh God, yeah. In like 10, 9, 10, 12 years, Friday the 13th will happen 3 times in a year. This is one of those years that it happens 3 times.
Wow.
And to celebrate, Regal Cinemas is releasing Friday the 13th movies in theaters. So next month, I'm looking forward to this. Friday the 13th Part 3, which was in 3D, is going to be released in 3D at Regal Cinemas. So looking forward to checking that out.
So, so when you do a Friday the 13th marathon,
Mhm.
how engaged are you with the marathon? Like you turn it on and then like it's on and sometimes you get up and you go like do something or you're working on something around the house or are you like locked in, I'm watching Friday the 13th movies all day?
So what tends to happen is I'm fairly engaged. It's background. It's in the background. I have to be actively engaged with it because when the movie ends, I have to start the other one up.
Sure.
Uh, I tend to work at home on Fridays or like every other Friday is an off Friday, even though I work every Friday anyway. And so I use Friday the 13th happens to be on Fridays when I'm working from home. So I'm like writing emails, I'm doing SharePoint stuff, we're doing automations, whatever. And like, oh, there's some titties. Okay, cool. Da, 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 da. Oh, that's the end of the movie. Okay, start the next one up. Write some more emails.
Which
Titty,
would be
emails.
grossly inappropriate if you weren't working from home. Just to be clear.
Yes, I do not do that at work because I don't want to get fired. But
It's good.
I dare my bosses to come into my home unannounced on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. While
yeah,
you're sitting
so
there in your Jason mask, returning Teams conversations, Teams chats.
oh yeah, I should do I should do that. Damn it. But anyway.
Yeah,
So
I
so
had
there,
very
there's
different
that.
plans. Very different plans on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I
What were your plans?
Disney Lorcana. It's the Lorcana minute. Hey.
Oh,
That's right. Here, I'll pull it out.
Lorcana minute, aka Enchanted Cards minute.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, that's true.
You got like 7 of them.
7 or 3, whatever, however you want to do math. Brand
Close.
new set of Disney Lorcana was released on Friday the 13th. This is the 11th set of Disney Lorcana. Winter Spell, featuring lots of cards that have winter scenes on them. So there's some like lore, like there's a giant vine in the game that Elsa tried to freeze, and somehow she messed up and turned the whole planet frozen. And so all the cards have kind of like a winter theme to them. I'm still convinced that they accidentally like had to squeeze in an extra set in what they had planned, because we got Whispers in the Well last set that was kind of like spooky and like Halloween-ish themed, but we didn't get that until like December, like after spooky season. And then now we're getting Winter Spell, the winter set, with a bunch of cards of characters from like Mickey's Christmas Carol and all these like snowball fighting things and stuff. Not in December, but now in February, which is still technically winter. But
Sure, yeah.
this is the set that we're gonna play until like April or something, until another set comes out.
Right.
But the cards look great. I've acquired several of these epic cards. These are like the alternate full art type cards. Played in 2 sealed events, which I really enjoy playing in limited events, where you just get packs, like you get 6 packs, and then you have to make a deck out of those cards and then play a few games. It's always fun, and it's always a nice way to get to know about the new cards a little bit more and experience that. But as you said, I did open some pretty fancy cards as well. I wasn't really prepared to show these. So
Oh, don't show them then. Just tell me about them.
I just have to open a backpack that is off camera. But here we are. Here's my trade binder.
Oh, there it is. That's a big card. You found that in a normal pack?
It's the size of my head for the audio listener. No, this is a little binder that I keep in my bag that has all the cards that I have available for trade or things like that. So when I go to an event, if anybody is looking for certain cards, these are the ones that I have available. But these top 2 cards right up there, there's a Darkwing Duck and Todd from Tailspin. Fox and the Hound. Fox and the Hound is a new IP that was just added to the game. But both of these cards pretty exclusive.
No,
They're
it's
like
it's
full
been,
art shiny cards.
That's an old movie. No, it's not a new IP.
It's an old movie, brand new to this set, to Lorcana, along with Darkwing Duck. That is also new in Winter Spell. But it's a pretty cool card. So if anybody wants these, hit me up online, because I'm trying to move some of these so I can help recoup some of the cost of all the money I spent on Friday.
What is the little kid's name in Tailspin? That's not bothering me now.
It is. Geez. There are cards of him. I have them. Oh, geez.
Yeah. He's got the little airfoil that he rides on, right?
He does.
What the hell is his name? Uncle Scrooge? Is it Scrooge McDuck?
It is. You're right. It's Scrooge.
Let's see. Baloo, Rebecca Cunningham, Kit Cloudkicker.
Kit Cloudkicker. Thank you.
There you go. Yep.
I think I was looking a set. I think it was a set 2 early in the cards I was looking at to try and find a card with him on it. There have been several Kit Cloudkicker cards, by the way.
Yeah.
But
anyway, that's cards?
Huh?
Do you have any bonkers cards?
No, you've asked this before, Brandon. No bonkers yet. But
damn it.
most of Disney Saturday afternoon has made its way into Disney Lorcana. So Yeah, but anyway, new set technically releases this Friday. Pre-release was this past weekend. And I'm going to play in a 1.5K tournament on Saturday, driving a couple hours to the Winter Brawl at Lucky Llama's Games in Arkansas. And 54 players. And the new cards are legal. So this is easily the biggest tournament that I've played in where like the cards are brand new. So I was actually like really like determined to find certain cards this weekend, which I didn't happen to open, and so I did a lot of trading and things like that over the weekend to be like, hey, I need these specific cards to put a deck together to play next weekend at this tournament. So trying to get a lot of practice in with that and kind of fine tune it before I go and play on Saturday, and I will report back with my meager results.
All right, man. Yeah.
Or I'll report back and be very surprised that I did well.
Yeah. I think you'll be very surprised, happily surprised with how well you do. Good. Especially since you got a couple of Marsupilami cards, right?
I didn't. I haven't gotten any. No.
Really?
I
hear
Angel.
those. I hear those are really good.
Marsupilami.
Really good.
Did you look that up, or did you have that stored away in your head?
No, I did have it stored away in my head, but I didn't remember if it was a Disney cartoon.
I don't even remember it.
Yeah, it was on Disney. It was created by a Belgian comic. But yeah, here's a YouTube that says Marsupilami was Disney's biggest failure.
Coming to Lorcana in 2027, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're like, we really need some more IPs to go back to.
There's no shortage whatsoever, right? Like, it's Disney, 100 years of animation, plus they've incorporated TV. Pixar is getting added like this summer. Like the next set after Winter Spell is gonna have a bunch of like Toy Story cards in it. Like, they're gonna be good for a while. They'll be fine.
Yeah. You think they'll have any Muppet cards eventually?
I don't, and I think the rationale behind it is they're only doing like things that are animated.
Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies, possibly. I could see some Muppet Babies coming. I feel like if they exhausted like Disney animation and Pixar animation and wanted to get into things that weren't traditional animation, Muppets feels like a possible, direction they would go.
Bed knobs and broomsticks. Yeah.
There are there? There are not bed knobs and broomsticks cards. I thought there were, but they're all Robin Hood cards, I think. Not bed knobs and broomsticks.
Close.
I was thinking of that lion from bed knobs and broomsticks.
Oh, yeah.
They go to the island of something.
Misfit Toys. Does it have a Puff the Magic Dragon card yet?
No, no, it doesn't.
Okay, yeah, that's because it's not Disney. It's not Disney.
Nope, it's not. You're right. All right, moving on. That was a long enough minute. What else you got?
Uncle Remus cards.
Oddly enough, no Song of the South IP yet. I'm not holding my breath.
Zippity Doodock. I mean, that's a great song.
Yeah, it's a perfect song card. Perfect song card. I did, in related news, I had been working for over a year on rewatching or watching for the first time all of the Disney animation studios films, right? So all of the movies by basically all the Disney animated movies. And I finally completed it. I'm finally caught up to present day. And so now I'm thinking about starting a Pixar rewatch because I feel like I've seen all of the Pixar films. But, like some of them I haven't watched in a long time or I've only seen once. But yeah, I have a list. I'm trying to bring it up here of all the Disney animated films, and when I go through this list, like aside from like the 1940s when like they were just like shorts, like they weren't like feature length movies. So like Saludos Amigos, Three Caballeros.
Yeah.
I think Make Mine Music doesn't have any characters from it. Fun and Fancy Free. It has the giant. I think Mickey and the Beanstalk might have been in that. So,
Yeah. Does it have the park ranger from the bump bump?
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
Or that bear, like
It
bear.
doesn't have any of that bear.
No.
Oh, that's too bad. That was a serious one that I'm like, oh man.
We just got Ichabod, like the headless horseman story. No Mr. Toad, like none of that side, but Ichabod we got. And then outside of that, like every movie I feel like has it's interesting. I don't even when I look at this list, I don't even think they show Song of the South on the list of films on Wikipedia.
What about Roger Rabbit? Yeah.
No Roger Rabbit yet. That would be another good IP that they could still pull from.
Yeah.
No
And the
Chicken
Weasels,
Little.
The Weasels would be fun.
No dark period of like the early 2000s. No Home on the Range. No Chicken Little. No Meet the Robinsons. Bolt is heavily featured in the cards. And Brother Bear has been in there quite a bit. We have Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, Lilo and Stitch, Treasure Planet, all like, but those are like early 2000s where I think for like the 20-year-olds and like to 20, like mid 20s, those are probably the movies that were like their movies that came out when they were kids. So it makes sense that they like push a lot of that IP because so many of those were like as I was graduating high school and like not watching Disney movies for a while. And so it was like a segment that I missed for a long time. But those are featured quite a bit as well. So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna get Pixar, which means, a whole bunch of other favorite characters that they can sell us for high dollar amounts.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. That was a good Lorcana minute.
Yeah,
I enjoyed talking about cards that don't exist.
We need to start shifting our focus into the Oscars because I know you don't watch the Oscars, but I am starting to try and do my best because Oscar Best Pictures were announced to start catching as many of the Oscar Best Picture nominees as possible. Just watched Sinners finally this last week. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was great. But that's one of 10 movies that I've seen so far. So it's a long way to go. Long way to go.
What day is the Oscars? Is that in April?
I think it's usually in March.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's the Academy Awards. Okay, I guess I'll just write date. just some March 15th. So we have just under a month.
Okay.
Yeah, the 98th Oscars going to be hosted by Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
I've heard of him before.
I've heard pray tell of this O'Brien.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, okay. I'll be there. The week before, we're going to Big Bear for the weekend.
Big Bear for bear season.
Yep, doing
the Bears, of course, the famous baseball team.
You don't know sports at all, Travis. Yeah, gonna go snowboarding.
All right,
Dexter,
because you're such a fan
Chelsea.
of Winter Olympics.
Dexter and Chelsea are gonna try skiing. We're going up there for the weekend. A couple families. splitting a cabin and going up there. So I got on OfferUp. I don't know if you know about this OfferUp thing. You can go download the app and like people are selling all their stuff all the time. So I got a pair of skis and the poles, ski boots, and then I got a pair of like really nice snowboard boots, which don't fit, and a snowboard for $130.
Wow. Wow, that seems like a great deal.
Yeah,
Aside from the fact
like-
that the boots don't fit.
Yeah. So I'm going to sell those boots, and then I actually bought boots, and then pants and stuff like that I borrow from my brother Brett. But like, I'm like, all right, cool. I have a snowboard, a really cheap, inexpensive snowboard that I've got to wax now and stuff like that. But I'm gonna die basically because I'm 43, so I'm gonna fall like twice and be like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm
my
probably
hip.
done.
I have never snowboarded before.
Oh, really? Have you
Yeah.
skied?
No.
Hmm.
No, I've never done that. I should
You-
do it
yeah.
before I die.
Yeah, you're a big winter sports kind of guy.
Oh, tell
Um,
me about it. Curling,
I'm surprised.
biathlon. Is that a thing?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Biathlon, triathlon. You try an athlon once. Shame on me.
The skeleton. That's my event.
Double
all right.
double luge.
Double luge.
Um,
We should get into
Yeah.
that. You and me.
I saw somebody post how do two people get into the double luge? How is it that people decide, you know what I really want to do? The double luge.
I really want my
interest-
friend to lay on top of me while we go down this hill.
Don't get any ideas, pal. Every time they start.
This
Don't
is
get any
strictly for
ideas.
sport.
Do you think we don't have to stick with this too long, but do you think they have like a diverter kind of like pad on
It's
their
like a
on their
cup.
butt?
It's like an athletic supporter.
Yeah, but it's just like it's like a rail system, in like depending on how big your dong is if you're a bottom, right? Right? Do you think they have that?
Right. Right. Yeah, no, they probably do. There's probably a technique. I would think there's a technique. I don't know. It just came to my mind like the figure skaters, a lot of like the ice dancing like couples, a lot of those partnerships end up developing into like real world relationships where they're skiing with someone for so long and then they end up falling in love and getting married, and maybe starting a family. And I just wonder if it's the same for those double lugers, if like you do it for so long.
It's a good question. I wonder if there's ever been a double luge, like at the very end of the double luge, where like they're like, I can't stand up. I'm just gonna lay here for a couple more.
I just need a few more minutes.
I wonder if that's ever happened.
Not
Nope.
at the Olympic level. Not at the Olympic
Nope,
level.
I'm good.
This is
I'm good here.
this
I'm
is
good
the
here.
pinnacle of their sport. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe if you want to have even more of this high quality content. And until next time, I'm Travis.
And I'm Brandon. Thank you.
Bye.